it's Sarah here and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about stress relief techniques that can be helpful for your life. And these are just coming from a normal person like me. I'm not a professional in any way. I've just dealt with a lot of stress in my life, like most people have. And I've definitely found that I've been able to overcome my stress and to limit my stress. And so I just wanted to share some of the ways that I've done that and hope that it helps you. I also did take some of these from some references, or not really taking them, but I did look at some different references just to kind of help me see if those are also popular stress relief techniques, and most of them are. So I hope that you enjoy, and if you do, I hope that you will hit the thumbs up button down below. And please subscribe to my channel for more content like this and other lifestyle content, homemaking content, and just all those good things. So thank you guys for watching, and let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the mental things that you can do to relieve stress. And none of the things in this list are in order of like priority, like I'm just listing them however I'm listing them. So the first thing I have on my list is to meditate. And there are a lot of different ways you can do this. You can download some different apps to try. I have an app called SBT. It stands for Stop, Breathe, Think. There are just a ton of different apps that you can use though, and you can do just a little meditation on there. It usually involves some deep breathing, but not always. Sometimes it's more just focusing your thoughts on a certain thing, or focusing on a certain part of your body, or like touch or something like that. So there's a lot of different ways to meditate. I would definitely recommend trying it, and just look up an app or a website or something, or a video on YouTube, something like that to help you to do that. The next thing I have on my list is to laugh. Laughter is such good medicine. So if you can, just watch a show that makes you laugh, maybe read a book that makes you laugh, watch some TikToks that are funny, maybe talk to somebody on the phone that makes you laugh. So anything you can do just to start kind of just having fun and then relieving that stress. Another thing that will really help is to have positive self-talk. So instead of saying things to yourself like, I can't do this, I'm not capable of this, or I hate myself, I'm not beautiful, whatever it is, switch all of those things around to be positive. Even if you don't believe them right now, just start switching them around and you will start to believe it, and you will start to feel better about yourself. The last thing I have on my list for mental stuff is to practice gratitude, and you can do this by writing down one of the things that you're most grateful for that day. Maybe writing down 5 things that you're most grateful for. Maybe put it on your desk at your work. Maybe set a reminder on your phone that pops up randomly through the day to remind you to be grateful for something. Whatever it is that you need to do, it really does help you to just see the good things that you have and makes you not stress as much about the other things. So some physical things that you can do are to take deep breaths. And like I said earlier, this can be part of meditation. It doesn't have to be part of meditation. Just really take a minute to just close your eyes and breathe in and out very slowly and just focus only on your breath. And that has helped calm me down in a lot of situations, even if I'm just like getting frustrated cooking something. I just take a couple deep breaths and then I'm able to keep going. The next thing you can do is to stretch or do yoga. Yoga is always known as a stress relieving activity. If you don't want to try yoga, you can always just do some stretches, maybe play some calming music, or just do it in silence if you prefer to do that. And there are a lot of apps that you can use to find yoga for free. You can look up yoga poses online. Yoga has been wonderful. I love it very much. I love going to classes, but I also just love doing it at home using an app. The next thing is to just get active in general, especially outside if you can, because the sun has a lot of great benefits and a lot of people know that. But if you're somebody that just doesn't really like the sunshine, you can always just do activity inside, whether it's like getting a gym membership and going to work out at the gym, or doing a jump rope, or running around. If you're going outside, you can go skating, you can go for a run, you can walk. There's all sorts of different things that you can do, and being active helps you in so many ways, and there's so many benefits to it. I'm not going to go listing them all because I'm also not a professional in that, so if you want to learn about the benefits of that, I'd recommend looking it up and checking it out for yourself. The next thing that you can do is to reduce stress triggers, such as watching the news, planning too much in your schedule, or just people that stress you out. So if there's a friend that really just stresses you out to hang out with them, then maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with them anymore. If it's watching the news, quit watching the news. Give yourself 10 minutes a week or something like that to just read a little bit about the news and just so you know what's going on, and that's it. Do whatever it is you need to do to remove stress from your life, things that you know are stressing you out that you can physically take and remove. The next thing is to eat healthy food. Healthy is kind of slightly different for everybody, but it also at the same time is the same for everybody. You need to know your body, you need to know what your body needs, you need to know what your body can't have to be able to find the things that are most healthy for you. Obviously we all like some of our sugary desserts, our processed foods, all that kind of stuff, and while none of that is bad and it should be eaten in moderation if it makes you happy, it's really important to get the majority of your diet from whole foods, from nutrient-dense foods, and foods that really help your body to feel good, because I guarantee you when you start eating healthier, your body will feel better, making your mind feel better, helping you to feel less stressed, everything will be working correctly. It's amazing what eating healthy can do for you. The next thing is to not expect too much from yourself. So this means to reduce your workload and set realistic goals. So you might have a to-do list of 25 things that you want to get done this week, but if you're feeling really stressed and overwhelmed with that, maybe look at the things and see what you actually can get done this week and push things off to the next week. And then the next thing is to set realistic goals in general. So if you have a goal to get a certain project done by the end of the month, but that just feels like impossible, it's okay to maybe set that goal for a little bit later, especially if you have a lot going on and you just feel too overwhelmed. The next thing that you can do in regards to the last thing is to organize your to-do list by priority. So again, once you have the whole to-do list of 25 things, you can just break it down and be like, this is what needs to be done first, this has to be done, this has to be done, this doesn't need to be done just yet. Maybe on Monday, you know you have a couple things already going on, so just set yourself 1 or 2 things to do on your to-do list. Then the next day, if you have nothing going on in the evening, then you can schedule yourself maybe 5 things to do off your to-do list, and make sure you're doing it by the things that need to be done first, and or maybe the things that are even harder to get done. If you know that Monday is like a day for you that you're really productive, then do the hard things for Monday. If you know that you usually feel really exhausted on Monday, then schedule easy things for Monday. So kind of just know what you need to do and work it out that way. The next thing to do is to avoid procrastination, which is a very hard one for many people, including myself. And I just know if I have a big to-do list and I start procrastinating and I realized I've been laying on the couch for a whole hour and I haven't done a single thing, I usually feel more stressed and overwhelmed because I didn't get anything done. So try to avoid that procrastination. If you catch yourself on TikTok and you've been on TikTok for a little bit now, tell yourself 1 more video and then I'm getting up, and just do it. You just have to have that discipline to just do it. Get up, get off the couch, stop procrastinating, and start doing the things you need to get done. And it's okay to rest, but there's a difference in resting and procrastinating. The next thing that you can do is just to do things that make you happy. So that could be taking a bath, that can be exercising, that can be cooking a recipe you really like, maybe listening to music, hanging out with a friend. Make sure to add those things into your schedule still, because it's going to help your stress relief a lot. You don't want to do so many fun things that you're not getting any time to do the things you need to do, then you feel stressed. So just make sure that you're balancing out having fun and doing the things you have to get done. The next thing you can do is set aside time to wind down at night. This can be, again, by like taking a bath, taking time to do your skincare, listening to a podcast that you really enjoy or that relaxes you. Whatever it is, just get ready for bedtime and do the things that you need to do. I also have a whole bedtime routine video I recently did on tips to get better sleep, so I will link that up above as well. The next thing you can do is progressive muscle relaxation, and if you don't know what this is, I will just put the description of it down here so that you can learn more about what it is. I actually had a teacher in 5th grade who did this with us before tests. We would all lay down on the ground and she would talk through doing progressive muscle relaxation. So we would start with our toes. We'd scrunch up our toes really hard for about 10 seconds, and then you release them. And then you do the same thing with your calves, and then you move all the way up your body until you've done your entire body. Then she would have us think about a place that felt like our happy place, or a place that we really liked being, and we would just picture being there. We would picture the smells, the sounds, everything that we could from that, and it helped relax me so much, and I've taken that with me throughout my whole life. Sometimes I'll do it if I can't sleep, or just when I feel stressed in general. There's probably slightly different ways that you can do it, so I would say just look it up to make sure you find a way that you really like. The next thing to relieve stress is to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Of course, this helps you in every single way. Sleeping is super important. I feel that it's just as important as eating healthy and exercising. I don't know what other people would say, but I personally believe that. And you know how much sleep that you need for your own body. If you can, make it a priority, and you're gonna see so many things that will be so much better for you. Now we are on to the environmental things that you can do. So this can be tidying or cleaning up your space. Having a tidy space can help you to have a tidy mind, basically. If you have a cluttered space, you'll have a cluttered mind. At least that's the case for me. So whenever all my dishes have been put away and the kitchen's clean and the living room is tidied up, all the pillows have been put back, those kinds of things, I feel so much better going to bed. I feel like I can sleep better. I feel like my mind isn't cluttered. It just feels like it's wiped clean, basically. And some people may think that they don't need that, but I think that if you have a tidy space, you will actually realize how much better it is for you than you realized. Another thing you can do for your environment is to try aromatherapy. So scents like lavender, eucalyptus, rose, there's lots of other kinds. They can be relaxing scents that help with stress relief or calmness, things like that. Whether you put it in a diffuser, maybe you put some in your bathtub, have a scent like room spray, a pillow mist, whatever it is that you like to have. Maybe it's worth trying though. And then some social things that you can do. Talk to or spend time with someone that you love. Just spending some time with them, or if you can't spend time with them in person, maybe at least calling them and just chatting about life, maybe talking about your stress and releasing some of that off of you, and maybe they can help you. Or even of totally avoiding it, not talking about it, and just talking about other fun things that make you happy. Another thing that can really help is to stay off social media. I did a 2-month social media break 2 years ago now, I feel like it was, and it was really wonderful actually. I didn't realize how much social media was affecting me, but taking that time off social media helped me to realize that there are more important things in life. I was able to be more productive. I could focus on things that were important to me. I focused more on bettering myself in the sense of reading more, praying more, those kinds of things. So it really could be worth taking, even just try a week of taking off social media and see if you notice anything with your mental health. And one of the last things I have on this list are to create boundaries and say no. Of course, it might be fun to go hang out with your friends all weekend long, but sometimes you just gotta have that time for yourself. So maybe go out to dinner with them, but then instead of going out afterwards, just go home and do something for yourself or relax, go to bed at a good time. So that you're still having equal time with yourself and with your friends. And if they truly care for you, they will understand. So the last thing I have written down is, if none of these things work for you, or it feels overwhelming to try to do all of these things, or even just one of these things, maybe it is time to seek help from a professional. There's nothing wrong with seeking help from a therapist or a counselor. I know that it does cost money, and that can be an issue for people sometimes, so I do have some links down below in the description box that can maybe help you out with finding a therapist and finding a therapist if you're on a budget. And don't be ashamed, but also don't feel like you have to go telling everybody if you go see a therapist as well. That should be between you and your counselor. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you have taken something from it and that your stress levels will start to get a little bit better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. Bye.